It's my birthday, and for my birthday, I'm giving you a present. If you buy a 1-hour reading between now and May 9th, that's my birthday, I'll give you a free 30-minute follow-up until May 9th. So order one today at soulmart.me. Soul Garden. Hello Soul Healers, and welcome back to Soul Horoscopes Weekly Edition. I'm your host of the universe, Christopher Witecki. And I'd like to personally invite you to your home away from home little thing I created called soulgarden.me, where a whole staff of Virgos and other compassionate souls are there to network with you and give you strength when you need a booster shot. Jenny Watson's our guest writer. She's writing about facing our belief structure, which is what this month is about. But we also have a whole plethora of resources. Come on down and rub some elbows with us. Now, the Virgos are working on something that's kind of underneath the seams, but very important this month: your soul purpose, your belief structure. Up until now, with the Sun in Taurus, you've been clearing beliefs that no longer serve you. And by belief structure, we mean everything you've known to believe, certainly the part of you that shoulds all over yourself. I should be this, I should be that, but do you really believe that? Getting rid of your childhood beliefs. Perhaps you're traveling or planning to travel, planning to explore, planning to find yourself out there in the world. Could be planning education. All this goes to belief, but what it ends up in the end is your life's purpose. What gives you meaning and why? And is there a congruency in all that? That's Taurus, congruency. As we start on Monday, you are holding space. The first chapter of chapter 1 of Taurus was about, turning your back on the beliefs that no longer serve you, or the education that's not serving you, or the mindset that's not serving you philosophically, your overall philosophical bent not serving you. So on Monday, we're holding back space and we're manifesting for the next chapter. At the same time, the moon is in Leo, so your emotions are very sensitive. They're in the subconscious realm, and so as a result, you might be triggered by old boogeymen, or you might be triggered by old fears. Stand tall, be strong. By the second half of the day, your home planet Chiron clicks into gear, and that is a very strong sensation for Virgo. So you're going to have the strength to heal from whatever it is that you might have been dealing with so far, to bring integrity to whatever it is that you were feeling did not have integrity. So the second half of the day is a good one. The soul pyramid is in effect for the next week, and what this does is really bring rapid change to your life, visible rapid change. What it means is, as you step into this new belief, your Virgoan strength goes up, so you feel stronger, your ego becomes more polished, and you can move forward with that Virgo 2.0 you spent so long developing. And at the tip of the iceberg, Pluto opening up your heart as a result. So your beliefs are really the chance for your heart or dreams to come true. It is your beliefs, according to the soul pyramid at this time, that are in the way of your dreams and heart coming true. And it is your ego that must fight for what you believe and what your heart wants. That's the soul pyramid. Now on Tuesday, things shift. We have a two-part day once again. We start off with Chiron ruling the day, so your home planet ruling and your healing in the morning. By the second half of the day, Jupiter ruling the day, and that giving you unlimited possibility, or the scope of anything's possible to your consciousness. So that's a good thing. We really need that Jupiter, and that's what Jupiter's all about, right? Now with this energy at the same time, the moon moves into Virgo, so the fears go away and you feel empowered. It's a cloudy but cool day for you, and when the moon crosses Mars, perhaps even a little spike, perhaps a conflict, perhaps a bringing back to center what is yours, what not. So perhaps a little drama as the moon crosses the Mars, but all the while a good day because you're opening up, you're exploring, and at least you're out of the boogeyman territory. On Wednesday, some clouds again, unfortunately. That's because Uranus rules the day. Probably some unhappy news you didn't want to hear about what you believed or thought you could believe or thought things were going. Just the rug being pulled out from under you a tad bit as far as what you believe. Now, because we're talking beliefs, this could be playing out everywhere in your life. Relationships, school, inner child, if you have children, your ego, money. It can play out anywhere, okay? It's belief, and it affects all of your life. So keep that in mind as you're kind of mapping out little epicenters. But these four planets pretty much map out likely where things will happen, because these are stresses going on through the whole week, but I think think on Wednesday through Uranus kind of bringing to a head. On the one hand, there is this fight for you to get what you're worth. Saturn saying it's time to own what you're worth. So you are trying to keep and retain your self-esteem and your values. On the other hand, though, Mercury in Aries encouraging you to perhaps change your boundaries a little bit, or perhaps you're being very fixated on boundaries, but it's not leading to any changes in your value. So it's really boundaries versus value with that war. And then Neptune here in Pisces, which is good old relationships, long-term relationships, the possibility to be in great marriages. So you really have and holding a psychic sense for wanting nice, balanced relationships. But this is in constant balance with your ego, pushing forward, trying to be strong without stepping on the potential for a fair balance. So it really is kind of a tight rope that we're walking on Wednesday. Now, if you're watched over by the guardian, you see I'm going to send out a personal with texts on Wednesday to get to the root of your strength and where your Mars in your chart is. I've done this once before, but I'm going to do it again for this Taurus, how you can step up knowing who you are through GA. So for those of you who are not joined, you might consider. On Thursday, things get kind of cloudy, but not in a bad way. The day is ruled by Mercury, so it's a day of thinking, breaking through, understanding, finding the solutions, getting more clarity, having important conversations with people. Thursday is your convo day. The moon moves into Libra, so now emotions go from the strength of the ego to some of the sensitivities of soul capital, self-esteem, and money issues. So money might be an issue, or confidence might be an issue on Tuesday as you're looking for a solution to what you believe or what your purpose really is, or what the purpose here really is. Now don't forget, on Thursdays and Tuesdays we have office hours with our Soulmart practitioners going live at 11 a.m. Pacific. That's 2 p.m. Eastern and 7 in London. Come on, ask a question. They're on webcam. They're very friendly. It's free, and you can come meet some of us in chat rooms during that time. Hope to see or chat with you there. Now, we do have a quick little break, but when I come back, I'm going to have your Happy Friday dance and a full moon weekend after. Why can't you find love? How long have you really been single? Really? Having trouble finding that special soulmate? I can solve this one. Secrets of Birthdays, now live for purchase. Your love trouble? Over. All that and more at secretsofbirthdays.com.
4.
And we're back. Thanks for logging back in and sticking with us through the commercial. Time for Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Going to be a pretty decent Friday, more of a dramatic weekend than a Friday, but nonetheless a good one. Why? Well, you're going to take a little responsibility. That's why, as the moon crosses Saturn, you'll have to grow up emotionally about your value expectations. Remember that cross between Saturn down into Aries, Mercury? Well, it's time now to step up. Own it, let your emotions own what you're worth, and take responsibility. So that may come out in a relationship, anywhere in life, paying a bill. It still is the only bummer, I think, of the day. The rest of the day is ruled by Venus, so it's about restoring balance and order, and it's very likely that by taking responsibility is how you will restore the balance and order. Then we get to Saturday, a full moon in Scorpio on Saturday. That is a full emotional boost to your intellect, to your conversation, to your attitude. So you're walking around with a pretty intense attitude on Saturday. And that attitude is to help you do what? Pull out of whatever should or whatever belief is holding you back. The sun is now on Jupiter, so as soon as you play ball, the universe is going to pay you well. All right? Jupiter always is going to bring the resources necessary to pull off the job. So you're going to be paid for this. Neptune is ruling the full moon, so really your intuition is what you should let go of. If you feel or sense you should let go of a certain belief or let go of a certain philosophy or a certain old purpose. Maybe you're letting go of your old purpose for being alive. Could be that deep depending on how old you are and how deep this is. But whatever it is, let your attitude rescue you from the belief. Don't let your attitude ruin the party, because that's possible as well. And of course, that apex is at 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time. On Sunday, it's a cool day. The moon is still pretty full in Scorpio, so your attitude and emotions are still in the house of intellect. Probably a chatty day for Virgos, kind of probably be on the phone catching up. But really, Saturn ruling the day means it's time to decide by the evening what you're going to dedicate your purpose, education, beliefs, etc. If nothing else, you are doubly deciding what you no longer believe in and committing to that. You're turning your back on those old beliefs, but probably also knowing where you're going. Notice the solar pyramid has broken and will be broken for a few days until Mercury catches up and joins where the sun was to connect it. So we're going to have a few days of just kind of coasting after Sunday. I'll talk more about that when I come back, but it won't be as intense as it's been this particular week. You will still be moving forward with ego agenda and moving toward your inner child with this big trine that doesn't go away for a long time. All right, Virgo, that's all I have for your 7-day forecast, but I will see you again in just 7 more. Until then, live, love, be.